What's up guys? In today's video, we are going to explain what is accidental death and dismemberment AD&D insurance and is it worth it? So with that, let's just get right into the video. AD&D or accidental death and dismemberment insurance kind of combines two different types of insurance. One is accidental death, so if you die from some type of accident, and in that case, your beneficiary would receive a lump amount, whether that be $50,000, $100,000, or what be it. Usually the maximum amount for an AD&D policy is $500,000, and that's on the high end. The other side of the policy is the accidental dismemberment, and that is where you personally would receive, again, a lump sum payout if you were to, let's say, lose a limb, lose your eyesight, maybe paralysis or some type of work injury that happened, if you lost your speech or if you lost your hearing. Different forms of dismemberment like this could cause this policy to pay out. Now, depending on who you got this policy from and what carrier, they have usually a schedule and it'll say maybe 25% of the face amount if it's a loss of a finger. And then maybe if it's the whole limb, it's 50%. Maybe if it's loss of speech or paralysis, it's 100%. So each individual carrier will have their own unique schedule as to how much they'll pay and, in a morbid sense, what your different limbs are worth. So yeah, that's quite interesting. By the way, if you guys are looking for term life insurance quotes, you can visit affinitylife.ca and I'll put that link in the description below. You can view quotes without having to put in your email or anything like that, and you can actually apply 100% online. So yeah, check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. Okay, this is where AD&D insurance gets a little bit finicky because it's not like life insurance where once you apply for the policy and they look at everything, there's not really any reason they can deny the policy. And I'll put a link to that video right here. Can an insurance company deny a claim? Shorter answer is not necessarily, no. Suicide within the first 2 years is not covered, but after that it is covered. And of course, lying or fraud on the application can cause them to deny it. But other than that, they'll pay out in basically almost every scenario. How does that differ from AD&D insurance? Well, quite a bit actually. So with AD&D insurance, there's quite a few things that are not covered. Again, this depends on the carrier, but some of the common things that aren't covered are natural causes, okay? Because of course, this is an accidental death policy. It's not natural causes policy. So if you died from natural causes or a disease, that wouldn't be covered. Drinking and driving is usually not covered. Any type of physical illness, again, like COVID-19 or anything else, that's not covered. High-risk activities such as scuba diving, climbing, mountaineering, backcountry skiing, anything like that's usually not covered with this policy. War is definitely not covered. Suicide is not covered. Drug overdose is not covered. The list of exclusions is quite high. And again, it differs from carrier to carrier, but there's a quite lengthy list of exclusions where they will not pay out if you did happen to pass away. Okay, which comes to the burning question. Is AD&D insurance worth it? AD&D insurance is two different types of insurance that they put together. They tried to put life insurance and disability insurance and put it together, and in my opinion, it does a pretty poor job at both of them. If you're interested in life insurance, I would get a life insurance policy. If you're interested in disability insurance, I would get a disability insurance policy. When they try to do both of them together, I personally think they do a really bad job, and in my opinion, it's not worth it. However, if through your work or through your company, they're offering you AD&D for free, then sure, take the policy, 100%, it's fine. However, if you're looking at purchasing an AD&D policy, unless you work in an extremely hazardous occupation where the dismemberment or loss of a limb is quite high and you might die from an accident and maybe you wouldn't qualify for other types of life insurance, maybe in that regard. But if you're a healthy individual and you're looking at some type of life insurance, don't go AD&D, get regular life insurance and be done with it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out or drop them in the comments below. And if you guys are enjoying this content, all I ask is that you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.